Hello everyone, I'm standing here in our beautiful Beis Medrash on Erev Shabbos Kodesh, Parshas Devarim, Shabbos Chazon, as we get ready for our second Shabbos together in Camp Impact Summer 2022. In this week's Parshas Devarim, Moshe Rabbeinu begins to recount and recap the various lessons, messages, and halachos that we've learned until now in the first 4 books of the Torah. And one of the messages that Moshe recaps is Ushefatatem b'tzedek, that when we taught you that when you're judging your fellow Jew, when you're adjudicating the case of another, you must judge the case b'tzedek, with righteousness and with holiness. You can't allow any other facts or ideas to enter your mind in adjudicating and coming to a decision other than the fact of the case themselves. And the Gemara Maseches Ksubos actually describes that there were a bunch of Amoram who disqualified themselves from adjudicating, from judging various cases because they felt that their cases would be swayed inappropriately. The Gemara describes Shmuel, for example, who was walking on the street. There was a rickety bridge that he was trying to cross. Someone came over to help him a little bit. He said, "Thank you so much, but unfortunately, because you helped me, I can no longer judge your cases. My mind will be swayed." And then the Gemara describes a Meimar, who's walking on the street, and all of a sudden a feather is floating in the sky and lands on his head. Someone comes over, flicks the feather off of his head, and he says, "Thank you so much, but now I can no longer judge your case. My mind and my opinion will be swayed inappropriately." Then the Gemara describes Mar Ukva, who's walking in the street. Someone spits in front of him. Someone else comes, cleans up the spittle from the floor, and Mar Ukva says, "Thank you so much, but I can no longer judge your case because of the tova, because of the good thing that you did for me." And Rav Pam looks at this Gemara and he tries to understand. I don't understand. These were holy rabbis, the Amoram of the Gemara, yet they're so nervous that their opinions and judgment are going to be swayed negatively because someone flicked a feather off his head, because someone cleaned up a little spit from the floor. Asks Rav Pam, what gives? What's going on? These are holy people who should be able to compartmentalize and not be judged and not be swayed due to these minor acts that were done on their behalf. And Rav Pam explains so powerfully and meaningfully that it shows us the sensitivity that these Amoram had, the sensitivity that these big rabbis had for when other people do good things for us. It may seem insignificant. He just flicked a feather off my head. But every single thing that happens to us and every single thing that happens for us, it is critical for us to take that step back, to recognize it, to appreciate it, and to be thankful for it. So often in life we focus on the negative, what's going wrong, what do we want, what do we need? It's so critical to take that step back and to recognize the people in our lives who are constantly doing things for us, both big and small, and to thank the Rabbi Shalom, who's constantly doing things for us, both big and small. And especially, Shabbos Chazon, we're getting ready to experience Tisha B'Av, and we're getting ready to experience the terrible things that have befallen the Jewish people, the destruction of the Batei Mikdash, the Crusades, and the Holocaust, and so much negativity, so much sadness, so much upsetness. But it's important for us to have a Shabbos Chazon, for us to have a Shabbos first, to put our lives into perspective, to be thankful and appreciative for all that we have. Instead of only focusing on the negative, we'll get to the negative, that's Tisha B'Av. Let's first take a step back and focus on the positive, on all that we experience, all the brachos that Hashem showers on us each and every day. And certainly here in Camp Impact as well. Our goal, our focus, is to try and view everything through this positive lens. Thank every single person, both big and small. The person helping us at the paintball facility, the person helping us with leagues, the bus drivers, the cashiers, whoever we're experiencing and whoever we're interacting with, to be thankful and to be appreciative. To recognize all that Hashem is doing for us and showering us with each and every day of our lives, certainly in camp and beyond. Just last night, we went to a minor league baseball game, a Somerset Peaches, a double-A Yankees game versus the Binghamton Mets, double-A Mets, the Rumble Ponies. And we had 2 innings of great baseball, but then the rain, the sky opened up and the rain started, and it was pouring. The field was completely flooded. So we could have been negative, we could have been angry. Oh my gosh, we came to this game and it's just, we only got to watch 2 innings of baseball. But we went onto the concourse behind the field, and we started the most beautiful, inspirational kumzitz that I've ever been a part of, singing to the Rabbi Shalom, infusing that stadium with a sense of holiness and kedusha, simply because we had that vision, we had that chazon, we had that ability not to focus on the negative, but to appreciate the positive that we can make out of every single situation that we're a part of. So Mirz Hashem, as we enter into Shabbos Chazon, as we try to gain that perspective, recognize and appreciate the positivity in our life, we'll get to Tisha. But first, let's look around and realize how lucky we are. Let's take a look around and realize how blessed we are. And Mirz Hashem, in so doing, will truly internalize the Hakaras HaTov we should have for the Ribono Shel Olam and for the people in our lives as well. Good Shabbos.